How are you? Oh God, I can't hear. How are you? Okay. So when you look at me, whom do I look like? A man or a woman? No, it's okay if you call me sir or a man because most of the time on my shoot when I was in Agra, I was called sir. Why sir is because most of the men there or most of the people there did not know how to deal with a woman. A woman who is like dominating and is giving instructions. So they automatically started calling me sirs because they're not used to seeing someone who can run a show. Recently, my MacBook crashed. Yes, MacBook do crash. And I was getting ready for this TED talk and I was writing like lines and lines and I didn't know what to do. So I went to the engineer and I told him my MacBook has crashed, do something about it. He stared at it, a blank screen. I don't know what he was thinking. He stared at it and told me, too much data or very less data, no? So I stared at him because as a woman, all I can do when someone is telling me something like this is a stare. And he said, okay, sir, I will try doing something. And I stared at him. And then he said, okay, madam, after a long time. Another engineer comes from behind and says, sir, would you like to have some chai? And I look back, he smiles, he doesn't know what to say. He takes a 360-degree turn and runs away. I was wondering in my head, does the amount of data on your computer decide the data in your mind? Or does the amount of data in your brain decide whether you're a man or a woman? Now that's a question I don't know how to say. Yes, I do have a lot of photographs on my computer. I have a lot of how-tos, how to be a good parent, how to be a good speaker. I just downloaded it before the TED Talk. And I was thinking, why? Does it really determine whether you're a man or a woman? In the oldest mythology of India, the androgynous god, deity, Ardhanarishwar is half man, half woman, which is Shiva and Parvati. And when both their energies meet, it meets the ultimate form of energy, which is the ultimate form of knowledge. So in every man, there is a woman, and in every woman, there is a man. So we all have this inherent hidden story of a man and a woman in us. But in the animal world, the male seahorse behaves like a woman. He has a pouch. So when the woman is almost delivering eggs, she puts it in the male pouch and it feels as if the male is delivering a child. And so is the case with the clownfish. The clownfish, what she does is that she manages her family. But when she expires, the male converts into a woman and takes care of the family. But in our world, when we are on a road and we are driving and there is someone in front of us who's driving very slow, the first thing which comes in our mind is definitely it's a woman driving. Do you all agree with me? Yeah. And when we are 30,000 feet above and we hear the sweet voice saying, greeting us, good morning, good afternoon, whatever, we have this doubt in our mind, are we safe 30,000 feet above? Because we are not used to women taking up male roles. So this comes to the question of why do women behave the way they want to inside a society which is so male dominated. So a woman who goes out of her way and educates her child or wants an education is considered dangerous or outcasted. A girl who is considered is always seen that her father has taken responsibility of her. When she suddenly sees a mother taking care of her responsibility, she will say, buzz off, you're not my father. Or a woman who's funny, who takes life in a positive way, is again considered dangerous. And same is the case in movie making. Recently, I read an article that till the year 2018 in a Hollywood studio, there's not a single woman director. But do audiences really see movies as male and female? Do you know, half of the time I don't even think that people know whether there is a who's the director behind the movie. So as women, we love putting ourselves behind. We love putting our thoughts and our energies behind because we don't feel that we need to be discovering our hidden story. We feel guilty when we do that. We doubt ourselves and allow others to doubt us too. So when we want to inherently discover our hidden story, we stop ourselves thinking, no, I don't think so. We should be doing this right now. How many of you all really want to study ahead or do something different at this point of time of your life? Yeah, and it is a very difficult question and an answer because we always think and doubt ourselves and say, if I do this, what will happen? But a lot of girls in our country want to do something different outside their square foot homes. They want to move ahead and educate themselves so that they have a better life. And a lot of women also want to do that. Most of them cannot do, but some fearlessly rowed their boat. This is a woman who is from a joint family. She, at the age of about 50, graduated recently from college. There's a woman who is a single mother. Because her son is going to an English medium school, she started learning English and every day goes to the library to read 2 books so that she can understand what her son is blabbering and he's not making a fool of her. And this is a young budding journalist. This woman studied along with her daughter to make sure that she passes, and both of them are very proud. I find this is something I got as a message on Twitter after Nilbate was released. So what stops us from exploring our hidden story? Most of the time, it is the fear, and the fear that nothing can come without struggle. When I wanted to become a director after working in advertising for 14 years, my dear husband, who's like really, really supportive, came to me and sat and said, let's have a roundtable conference. I need to talk to you. So I said, yes. Do you really want to get into direction? I said, yes. No, I'm not stopping you, but you know what? There's going to be a long way ahead there, and it's not going to be so easy. What did I do? All I did was stare. And he knew that I'm not going to give up so easily. I waited for 2 years to make sure that this film happens. And it took me a long time. A lot of people around who always decide what we should be doing in life told me that I'm not a good director. What would I do directing a movie? I should be peaceful. I have a very good salaried job. I should go back home so that if I am peaceful, my family is peaceful. But no, how can I be peaceful if I'm not peaceful? My family is not going to be peaceful because every day they would be seeing my morose face and saying, something is wrong with her, please ask her to go or ask her to be happy. So most of the time, we do not like asking for what we want. We are very scared to ask what we want. How many of us actually ask for what we want? We can't. But this woman did. She encouraged the Ardhanarishwar in her, started acting like a man, thinking like a man, and taking the role of a man, and went ahead and exactly did what, if her husband would have been there, would have done. I urge each one of y'all to encourage your hidden story, to discover your hidden story. There will be failures. There will be a lot of people who say you can't. There will be a lot of people you say, you know what you're doing is wrong. But there will be some people who will hug you. There will be some people who will come along with you. And those are the people you need to keep close by your side because you cannot do it alone. We are not superwomen. And that only looks very good in supernatural stories or a surreal world. So hug the people who can support you and take them forward. I hope that there is a Chanda, an Appu, a Nazia, new names, which is Kaira, Ira, Tyra, who can encourage themselves, discover their hidden story, and say, I can, when everyone says, you can't. May every woman write and explore her hidden story, and many more called sir. That gives us more power. So next time when someone is calling you sir, just say, stare with a smile. Thank you.